Good evening. Welcome to another live episode of Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. Your hosts for this evening, myself, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, and joining me is my other co-host, representing the Bleeding Carolina Blue podcast, MrCarolina, chiming in for us tonight. What's up?
What it do, my brother? How you been?
I've been good. Well rested after all finishing up the rest of my Christmas shopping, was able to finally get a nap or two in. So I'm pretty well rested. How about you?
You beat me, brother. I haven't got a nap in days. Like with the kids, we got new puppies in the house, so there's no nap for me. Nothing.
Yikes. Sounds like a handful.
It is, but it's all good.
But on this Christmas Eve edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, we have the upcoming final home game for the Carolina
Mm.
Panthers. We are in week 16 as we take on, for the first time this season, the division leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Whew. What we have for this matchup is rather interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, taking a look at the matchup predictor, 73.7% chance that Tampa Bay wins, 26.1% chance we win, and a 0.2% chance of a tie.
I'd have give Tampa 90%, but that's just me.
Now, looking at the injury report, now, as much as we are loaded when it comes with the injury report, so is Tampa Bay. Take
I
a
saw that.
take a look at this. Antoine Winfield Jr. he's out. Mike
Mm-hmm.
Evans is out.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Fournette is on injured reserve, and if I remember correctly, they did pick up Le'Veon Bell.
That ain't gonna help him.
Let's see, Levante David still on injured reserve. Chris Godwin just got on injured reserve.
Oh wow.
Um, Brashard Perryman, he's out. So they have a lot of injuries themselves, just as much as us. Richard Sherman and Jamel Dean are both questionable, and Jason Pierre-Paul is doubtful. So the roster's a little
Works in,
shaken up.
works in our favor.
Now, as for Carolina, now we got a handful of dings to our roster.
Mm-hmm.
We have both Pat Elflein and Dennis Daly out, which I believe Pat Elflein got COVID,
Oh
and
brother.
DJ Moore is listed as questionable. He was
He'll
limited
play.
in practice.
He'll play.
Phil Hoskins is questionable as well, and then we also have to factor in who we just recently put on injured reserve, AJ Bouye and our kicker Zane
Mhm.
Gonzalez.
The kicker.
Yes. Now, we ended up bringing in somebody to replace our kicker. Can I can't even pronounce his name.
I
Uh,
think we had him before though, Jay. I really think we had this kicker before we released him earlier. Before we got the one guy Santoso, I think we had this guy on our roster before. I think we signed him to a like a futures contract, so to speak.
was he possibly on our practice squad and we just didn't have
I
him that long?
I think he was on the practice squad. His name is last name starts with L, Lyrium or something with an L.
Liram Hydrula.
I
Who?
think we had him. We had him before, but then we he was on the practice squad. We let him go. We brought in Santoso,
Hmm.
but then we let Santoso go. Then we brought in Gonzalez. So I think we had him before.
So a little bit of background. So we replaced Zane with this guy coming off the Washington football team practice squad. So we did have him. We had him last December, but he was waived 6 days later because of his work visa.
Yeah, see, I knew it was something. I remember we had him before. I do remember that.
Yes. So this is the guy. Um, he only 31 years old. Only has kicked in one NFL regular season game where he hit all the PATs in the game against the Cowboys earlier this year.
Okay.
And then we also signed another kicker to the practice squad named Alex Kessman.
Never heard of.
Apparently, he was 12 of 18 on field goals of 50 yards or longer last year for Pitt.
Oh,
And he was 71.9% on all field goals in college.
we got a leg on him.
And apparently he's known to have a strong leg. So, if anything, we have some options there. So,
I like it. I
that's a
like it.
positive. And then we also Sam Franklin Jr. and Azur Kamara are also on the COVID list. So
Didn't we just sign Azor? How you on a COVID list and we just got you?
yeah, he was claimed from the Cowboys Tuesday. But yeah, he's on
This
the COVID
season has
list.
been comical. This season has been comical. This season has been comical.
Yeah, that's one way to sum it up. That's one way to sum it
Oh
up.
God, it's comical, bro.
But yeah. Also, Cam Irving was limited, so he's questionable.
Good,
Sam Tecklenburg will be starting for us at center. And it's looking like Brady Christensen has been working with the first team, so it looks like he will be in the
good.
starting lineup. I'm hoping at left tackle.
We talked about that, didn't we? Say why don't we give him some run at left tackle to see what we got, so we can see these last few games if he has anything that we can work with and say, hey, stick you out of left tackle. You can be our future left tackle. Because again, as we talked about last time, that's what he did great in college, was
Yes.
at left tackle. The only name that I wish I would see that was getting rest with that first team, we are Deontay Brown. Can we see him get some kind of reps with the first team so we can see what we got with him as far as a guard goes? That's my last wish. Can we see Deontay Brown at guard?
And honestly, this really should be that type of game. We got to start seeing some evaluating of our talent. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about what Brady Christensen, I mean, you have Cam Irving who was limited, is not even 100%. I mean, this is your chance. Put him in at left tackle. Let Brady Christensen get those reps, those starting
Mm-hmm.
reps. See what we have in these last 3 games. I'd say keep him at starting left tackle. And then, as you said, Deontay Brown, because I mean, we've already been hurting with no John Miller, now no Dennis Staley. Put him in.
Why not? What do you got to lose? Ain't
I,
like we going to the playoffs anyway. So I mean, what do you got to lose
and it's not like
besides your job?
this guy's a bum. He came from Alabama.
He was a 5 star. He was a 5 star coming out of Alabama. So you're a 5 star for a reason. You're all American for a reason. So let's give you some shine.
And Super Treybo is entered into the chat. He says, hey y'all, Merry Christmas."
Merry Christmas.
Jason, do you think Sunday could possibly be Cam's last home game in Carolina? I hope he gets a chance to return at least one more season. Sadly, I think it is. I think it is. Your thoughts on that?
If Matt Rule comes back, it will be.
If Matt,
If Matt Rule comes back, because for me, um, Matt Rule is the epitome of a coach that should have stayed in college. Just
facts.
flat out. He should have stayed in college. And the way you're so quick to throw your starting quarterback under the bus
Mm-hmm.
for a play that you didn't properly look at, then now you have to backtrack and say, oh, well, you know what? I see why Cam did that, but we should have done a different play. It's 4th and 1. Why the hell are you calling a bubble screen on 4th and 1?
I still don't get it. I
Did you
still
think
don't get it.
I'm about to say, did you think you were playing Middle Tennessee State or something, or Chattanooga or somebody, or UNC Greensboro? Who did you think you was playing? This is a professional team. You don't think they see bubble screens all the time? And then now you're gonna go back to this 2 quarterback system. Matt Rule, this is not Baylor. This is not Temple. Stick with a quarterback. And
Yep.
again, it goes to show, like I said a little while ago, Jay, Cam Newton was not Matt Rule's pick.
Right.
It was David Tepper's guy.
Totally David
David
Tepper.
Tepper says, I want him back. So I tell you what, unless David Tepper wants a riot on his hands, and no, I'm not insinuating riot, get rid of the college coach that has no idea what he's doing. Because if you put Sam Darnold in that game, I'm turning the TV off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You put Sam Darnold in that game, I'm gonna turn the TV off because we already know what Sam Darnold is. We know what he is.
We know exactly what he is. And for those that aren't fully aware of what Mr. Carolina is mentioning, it has been announced that while Cam Newton is starting, we are also going to be seeing Sam Darnold play as well. So if you want to think back to that Arizona game, two quarterbacks, we saw PJ, we saw Cam. This game, we're expected to see Cam and Sam.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
terrible Dr. Seuss book.
Oh my goodness.
And
So
it sounds like Matt Rule wrote the book. It sounds like he's writing the book.
so so how
Oh my god.
so how exactly is that gonna work? Like using both Cam and Sam. Like
I guarantee he's going to try to line it up. He's going to try to call it like a wildcat, where Sam's going to throw Cam a pass. Watch, watch it. He's going to throw Cam
oh
Newton a pass.
man.
And if I'm David Tepper, if I'm David Tepper, and I'm sitting up in the booth, and I'm sitting here looking at this right here, I have to be scratching my head, saying, "What did I just do? I gave this guy 7 years. Now, David Tepper, you're a billionaire, and you with a yes, with a B, you are a billionaire.
Yep.
Tell Matt Rule, thank you for your services, but yeah, peace. You are in over your head. It's not working." And you know how, and the greatest way, and this is how you know excuse me, David, Matt Rule has lost the locker room.
Hmm.
Because if you can do that to your starting quarterback that you brought in off the street, and let's be quite clear with this one, this is an NFL system that Cam Newton, who to his own words was eating cereal the week before, now you want him to come in with no OTAs,
Hmm.
no training camp, no time to build any kind of bond. You fire the previous offensive coordinator. Do you bring in your friend as new coordinator, and Cam's supposed to learn that system now? Please tell me where Cam was supposed to succeed in any of that. Oh, and by the way,
Hmm.
you still never fixed the biggest issue, the offensive line. So please
Yep.
tell me, all the Cam haters in the world, with all that stuff I just mentioned, how in God's green earth is Cam Newton supposed to succeed when, if you looked at the last game, the man was under pressure at least 90% of the time. He's walking off the field with a bloody arm. The offensive line, it looked like the man is running for his life,
Oh yeah.
which he was running for his life. What did you expect him to do in this system? This is like what Matt Rule did was say, hey, Cam, the house is on fire.
Hmm.
We're going to give you a squirt gun. We want you to put the fire out. And if it don't work, it's your fault. But we're going to give you this little squirt gun
Hmm.
with a little drip of water in it. We want you to put this house fire out. And when it don't work, we're going to throw you under the bus. Matt Rule has lost the locker room. And David Tepper has to acknowledge it at some point. You have to acknowledge it.
Not even a super soaker, just a regular little squirt gun.
A little squirt gun you get from the dollar store. Just a little squirt gun you get from the dollar store. You just pew, pew, pew. He put out this house fire with this little pew, pew, little water gun. And that Cam, as much as we love Cam,
Yeah.
and I've been a Cam fan since he came here. I was a Cam fan when he was at Auburn.
Hmm.
We could not expect Cam Newton to come into a situation, and let's just keep it 150. He was destined to fail in this situation.
Hmm.
He was destined to fail. The Arizona game was an anomaly. That was cool
Hmm.
because we was running off sheer emotion.
Right.
Now, when the rubber hits the road, as they say,
Hmm.
and then the coaches have to make adjustments, which they again before Cam got here, they never did.
Right.
And as much as people want to hate on Cam, let's be real with it. When's the last time we seen it? When's the last time the Panthers seen the end zone before Cam got here?
Thank you. Thank you for emphasizing that, because that's one of the main things that I would emphasize so much when I look at all these like comments on like, Facebook and YouTube. It's like so many people want to throw that 0 and 12 in Cam's face, but lately Cam's been the only one that's been getting the ball into the end zone. Like,
Cam can't block for himself. Cam can't catch the ball for himself. Cam can't tell the defense to stop the run. Cam can, you can't tell the coach to say, hey, we need to make these adjustments. Hey, these people in here are not blocking,
right.
But we want Cam to save us. And so what it is it's an easy scapegoat. That's like the CEO at the top of the building. When the company's not doing well, I can sit here and blame everybody else for my sales not going through the ceiling. But in all actuality, Matt Rule never looks at himself and say, you know what? I'm in over my head. But that's too much. That'd be too much of a man thing. That's too much of a pride thing.
Exactly.
Matt Rule has too much pride. And he said, it worked at Temple. It worked at Baylor. It's going to work in Carolina. No, bruh. Because you know what? 90% of this team is the people you brought in.
Yep.
This is your team.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say, oh, I inherited somebody else's squad. This is you drafted all those guys on defense, your people. These patchwork offensive linemen, you brought in.
Mm-hmm.
You resigned your boy, love you, Robbie Anderson. You resigned him after he really didn't prove nothing the year before. He had some good stats, but Robbie Anderson's proved he's a number 2, number 3 receiver. Okay, cool. Then you didn't bring in what a quarterback's best friend is. You didn't bring in a proper tight end. We got Tommy Tremble. We didn't see Ian Thomas. Then what did we do? We overpaid. Love you, CMC. We overpaid our running back. And now you're seeing what happens when you put too much money into one position and you do not build where you're supposed to, which is offense, defensive line, out.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't do that, but we're gonna throw Cam Newton under the bus.
That's what's been going on for I feel like the longest time now, and it's really sad. Mamba checked into the chat. What's up, Mamba? He's got a couple of things. He says, I don't think we are seeing how good Jeff Nixon really is. Matt Rule keeps calling timeouts and changing the plays. David Tepper is petty enough to fire Matt Rule on Christmas. Well, I mean, it's not impossible.
Look, I hope Matt Rule pack his bag. I hope you pack. I'll drive from Virginia down to Charlotte and help you pack your bag.
And Mamba also says most of that 0 and 12 is when they made Cam play hurt. That is a good point.
Facts.
That is a good point. And folks keep forgetting that.
Cam was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt. Your shoulder was hurt. Your foot was hurt. And Cam, the warrior that Cam is, said, you know what? I'm going to put the team on my back to try to battle through it. He was 0 and 12 in here, but he was 7 and 9 in New England. Why? Because they had pieces around Cam. Even when people opted out because of COVID, they had the proper pieces, and they had the most important thing. They had a competent head coach.
Yes, indeed.
Knew what he was doing. And they had a competent offensive coordinator. Let me put my quarterback in a position to succeed. Cam, this is what you do well. Let's put you in a position to succeed. You need a blocking tight end. You need a tight end that can catch. I'm going to give you one.
Yep.
I dare somebody to name me. Cam Newton's number 1 receiver in New England.
Y'all heard him. y'all think on that and let us know.
Name. Like, come on.
Super Trebo says, do y'all think Carolina has any chance against Tampa Bay Sunday, considering Cam is 2-0 versus Tom Brady, or is it another bad loss? We can't continue to hold on that 2-0 against Brady, because I mean, when you think about it, PJ Walker's 2-0 as a starter, yet threw 2 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Not to mention 1 touchdown was last year in the Detroit game, and the other touchdown was in a game that we didn't even win
at all.
So
no.
a lot. I mean, we can't keep holding this. Oh well, Cam is 2-0 against Brady. I'm sorry, but that's not valid anymore. It's
It's not
not.
the same team. It's not the same team.
I
It's
mean,
not.
when we those times before when we had Cam and we had the better team, we had a killer instinct and we had the type of
Alpha.
play and the type of roster and the type of attitude that okay, you might be a multi-time champion, you're used to Super Bowls, we're going to
Mhm.
upstage you. Yeah,
And that's what we
yeah,
did.
we're the underdogs, but we're going to
Mhm.
upstage you. And I'm going to show you that
Yeah.
it can be done.
And we did. That's what I said. Our defense was killer. Our defense was like we were an aggressive alpha dogs. Our offensive line was providing Cam with the necessary protection. Even though Mike Rimmers was a turnstile, he was terrible at right. From Ryan Khalil to Michael Orr on the left hand side, even Trey Turner at right guard, we provided Cam with the necessary protection that year. And again, we offered Cam a quarterback's best friend. We had a competent tight end. Greg
Exactly.
Olsen was Cam's pacifier. We all knew that. And Ted Ginn was playing out of his mind that year. Philly Brown was playing out of his mind that year. Devin Funch was playing out of his mind that year because everybody believed and everybody bought in to say, hey, we're going to ride or die for our quarterback.
And
But this,
I like to mention another name because I think it's a name that doesn't get enough love as well. We also had Andrew Norwell.
an
So,
awesome guard. Awesome guard. We had protection.
yeah.
Cam had protection. That's what I said when we I'm not even gonna say we. When some of these YouTubers, when some of these commentators like to throw Cam under the bus, I'm not gonna name your channel. I'm not gonna do that because we're trying to build our brand. We're not here to bash each other.
Right.
I'm not gonna bash you. So when we try to throw Cam under the bus, let's realize when Cam had the proper offensive line, like any quarterback around him,
Hmm.
he produced. We won. They said, well, and somebody pointed something out. I was reading not that long ago. We love to praise Jake Delhomme,
Hmm.
right? We love Jake Delhomme was that guy, but we were winning games with Jake Delhomme was passing for no more than 80, 90 yards
This is true.
because we ran the ball down people's throat
Hmm.
and we played hella defense. But we expect Cam to throw for 300 yards every game. That's not realistic.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't always throw for 300 yards every game, but the Packers win. Pat Mahomes doesn't do it all the time, but the Chiefs win.
Yep.
Ben Roethlisberger didn't have to do that all the time, and the Steelers won. So
Facts.
let's not put Cam in this category where he has to throw for all these yards in order for us to win. Because if we're doing that, then we're failing our quarterback. Because that means we're not playing complementary football. We're not running the ball. We're not playing good defense. The special team is lacking. It's a total team effort. And I like what Robbie said. Cam is 1 out of 11. The 10 other guys got to do their part
Right. And
because Cam's a bigger name.
it was even clear in that Washington game because Cam had a great game. He had a great
Awesome
game,
game. We
but
still lost.
yet still lost. So yeah, it's just that's why it's a team sport.
Football is the ultimate team sport. Football is the ultimate team sport.
So Coach Matt Rule says DJ Moore will be a game time decision. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but something tells me he probably will play.
Good boy.
Um, it's looking like we're going to see a mix up in the middle of Daquan Jones and Bravion Roy because Derek Brown is still on the COVID list. Um, and we're also going to see some YGM and Morgan Fox, which YGM had a pretty decent game in
I
Buffalo.
like to see more of him. I would like to see more of him. Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, he did pick up 2 sacks, so
He did.
hopefully can see more of his workload in there. And Stephon Gilmore was a full participant, and he's looking ready to go.
Did you see that though, Jay? Did you see that though when Stephon was like, "I'm not injured, so I don't know why I was on the injury report." Like, I'm good.
Yeah,
What do you
I
mean I'm on
think
the injury report?
think he was even confused.
That's again the incompetence of a head coach. You talking about?
Yeah.
He's a he, Jesus Christ! I
Um,
can't with Matt for you.
Mamba says Cam is the LeBron James of the NFL. They both get the most unnecessary hate ever. Cam would have been crucified if he did what Mac Jones did to Brian Burns. Facts.
Oh heck yeah. Heck, they would have booted him out of the league. They would
Yep.
you can't do certain things like that. And it's like I love how somebody was saying, I was reading some on YouTube as well that said there's a reason Carolina was the only team that picked up the phone and called Cam Newton. Um, Plenty of teams called Cam Newton,
Mm-hmm.
but Cam made it known I'm not coming in here as a backup.
Right.
And New England cut him how many days before training camp was officially about to start?
3?
So yeah, so it's like 3 to 6 days, and now you expect Cam Newton. So now you would expect that team to reevaluate or to readjust their whole offensive scheme that they've been working on all season
Mm-hmm.
for Cam Newton. Teams are not going to do that.
Right.
A lot of teams are not going to do that because they already have their starter in place. So let's not
Exactly.
pretend like Cam Newton's just some couch potato with a beer belly that doesn't work out, that doesn't
Right.
take the game seriously. In the short time that we've seen Cam, we've seen him make adjustments at the line. We've seen him try to pick. So nobody has ever questioned Cam Newton's work ethic.
Right.
You
Agreed.
can't question that. So the man is smart enough to pick up the plays he has right now. So that's what I'm telling people. Give Cam an off season
Mm-hmm.
to learn the playbook. And it's what's the guy? I saw the commentator, Ocho, whatever his name, some washed up linebacker that never really made it. Comment on my Cam, either you need to retire or I do.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, bro, I looked at I said, bro, well, you might need to retire because nobody knows who you are. No, I'm just saying, nobody knows who you are. We know who Cam is. Tell
Right.
me, it pains me to talk about this. I said, well, we got to stop doing that too. And I know this is off top. We got to stop doing this as black people.
Yeah.
We got to stop talking about each other as if we don't know the situation because it looks good for the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Stop talking about Cam as if the man just wasn't on his couch. They called him to try to bail him out, but we didn't put him in a position to succeed. It hurts me to see Cam like this because
Mm-hmm.
I know, and I'm not going back to the 2015 Cam. I'm not going back to 2017 Cam.
Right.
We've seen Cam make plays when there were no plays. We've
Right.
seen Cam drive us down the field.
Yep.
We look good. But then the offensive line shows who they are. And then here goes Cam getting beat up again. And now we want to say Cam is garbage. No, he's not. You're just not providing him with the necessary protection to succeed. You're not providing him with the necessary smart play calling. And I want to see what Jeff Mixon can do.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against him. Give him an off season. But let's call a spade and what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule got to go.
Yeah.
You have to go. Go take I know somebody said, go call Urban Meyer. You two go form your super team in college because what you're doing in the NFL is not going to work. And I hope you didn't put too much money into that house that you brought in Charlotte because you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Mamba says it already seemed like they were trying to blackball him. Yeah.
They really
Facts.
did. They really did. And that's sad. That's really sad. Because as much as Cam Newton did for this city, as much as Cam Newton did for this team, Matt Rule should know the history of the Carolina Panthers. There are a few names that echo in this organization that merit clout, that merit respect. Cam Newton is one of those names that commands respect in this organization for what this man not only meant to this team on the field, but bro, what he meant to this community.
Yeah.
What Cam did, let's forget on the field stuff, what he did off the field.
A ton.
You've never really heard nothing. I never heard nothing really bad about Cam off the field. His work ethic. He was always doing stuff for the kids.
Yep.
Cam loved the kids. You always seen him doing something on Thanksgiving. You always see Cam doing something on Christmas.
Yep.
Cam Newton was always doing something positive in this community. So why are you trying to drag this man through the mud as if Matt Rule, your name holds clout in this community more than Cam Newton does? I'm sorry to inform you, bro. It doesn't. So if you were to get fired tomorrow, I wouldn't shed a tear. Okay, I'm sorry for again. Nobody should lose a job. But Matt Rule, I wouldn't shed a tear for you. Yeah. I really wouldn't. But you seen, I said, you seen how excited everybody was when Cam came back?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, bro. That speaks. If he was some scrub off the bench, did anybody get excited when we signed Matt Barkley? Don't worry, I'll wait.
I had to relook him up to I knew the name was familiar, but I was like, okay, what team did he? What backup was he? So
nobody got excited when we signed PJ. Did anybody get really excited?
XFL quarterback. I was like, Okay.
Again, when we traded for Sam Darnold, when we said, "Oh, Super Bowl, here we come,"
I was
Cam,
I was intrigued by the idea, but then I tried to take into the fact that okay, maybe, just maybe because he's coming to a better team and organization than the Jets, maybe it might
we,
finally turn around for him.
I thought that with you, Jay. I'll be honest with
So,
you. I thought that with you. I really did. I remember I told you, I said, I thought it was the Jets. It's the Jets' fault. It's the Jets' fault. He's going to be like Tannehill. He's going to come in. He's going to set it on fire. And we kept saying it for those first 3 games. You had us fooled.
yeah, had me fooled badly.
I said, oh, he got it. No, he doesn't. He was just fooling us.
And
He was a magician. He put a wool over our eyes.
and we're gonna be seeing him this Sunday apparently.
Jesus. I'm gonna turn the game off. I see Sam Darnold play more than this year. I'm gonna turn it off. I
You
can't watch him play.
you might
I
want to
can't
have
watch him
your
play.
you might want to have your remote ready then. Um, Mamba says, "Oh, okay. So he's confirming his name was Emmanuel Ocho. I watch a show called Speak for Yourself, and he always talks about Cam almost like he has a vendetta against him. And
Mm-hmm.
Mark Sanchez had to defend Cam one time because after the Washington game, he refused to say anything positive about Cam. And oh, Tito Z, what's up, Tito Z?
What's up,
Um,
Tito?
he says Cam needs to stay at least another year, but the money dictates keep Sam. We have messed up our picks for next year and also the money to pick up a new O line. It's gonna be challenging, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to see what Scott Fitterer and company can do. I think some way somehow trying to get that second and third pick back, I think has to be one of the missions. But like you said, O line has to be a big priority. That's got to be put together. Like,
It's a must.
yeah. Um, let's take a look at rankings for this game.
Mm-hmm.
So offense, it's definitely night and day between Tampa Bay and Carolina.
Not even close.
Total yards per game, Carolina is 29th, Tampa Bay is second. Um, rushing yards per game,
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is 16th. Tampa Bay is actually 24th, so we do have a slight advantage in the run game, surprisingly. Slight advantage comparing both run offenses. Net passing yards. Ooh, oh geez.
Not even close.
Carolina's ranked 29th. Tampa Bay is ranked number 1. So,
And with a banged up secondary, that's not
uh,
looking good. But
and
again, they're missing a lot of their weapons as well. So it could work out.
this this has definitely got to be the game where Keith, Melvin, CJ,
Step up.
and then I mean they may also rotate Chin into the nickel. Like that may be a possibility, bro. That might
I
actually
believe
be a
it.
possibility.
I can see it, but I can see if Gronk is playing, then Gilly, I can see Gilly locking up Gronk for the game.
Gilly on Gronk. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, no Brashad Perryman.
What you gonna cover grass? You got the only other person I know is uh Gronk. Now I'm pretty sure they got some guys on the practice squad that Brady. Now again, and a fact that a commentator said, Brady doesn't throw you the ball unless he trusts you.
Mm-hmm.
Who is there now to trust on that receiving core? Practice squad guys
Oh, is AB still suspended? Or is
still
he?
out, still out.
Oh, well, shoot. Gronk is really the only main issue then.
That's the only name that I know. So here's what you do. Phil Snow, Phil Snow, I hope you're watching. I want you to listen. Phil Snow, stack the box. Stack the box.
Yeah.
Dare them to throw the ball. They,
Tito Z says Brady is coming in off of a loss. He is going to do something to make himself feel better. Not if we blitz him all day.
not at all.
Not
Brady's not
if we make him think about it.
one thing they always said is you get Brady off his spot. It's been true for Brady since he got in. As great as Tom Brady is, like
Mm-hmm.
any quarterback, if you get them off their spot, their whole game changes. They become very, very uncomfortable. And
Right.
that's what we did with we're talking them 2-0 against Tom Brady. Cam Newton wasn't playing against Tom Brady. That defense was. And what that defense did, it was they made Tom Brady very uncomfortable.
Right.
And like you said, we blitzed him a lot. But we also had the corners and the linebackers play good coverage. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I like that Frank Louisville got a little bit more burn last game. Jermaine
Sure.
Carter,
Mm-hmm.
get out of the starting lineup. I'm sorry, Jermaine Carter. You just every time I see you, bro, I just like you may be good sometimes in the run game, but as far as coverage, Jermaine Carter's a liability. I'm sorry, he just is a
Yeah,
liability.
he's definitely a liability in coverage. That's something that definitely needs to be addressed. Uh, Sacks allowed. Ooh, now here's a big one. We are tied for 24th in sacks allowed. Tampa Bay is tied for first.
Oh,
So we need to mess that up. We need to mess that up.
blitz. We need to blitz. What did New Orleans do to beat Tampa Bay?
They definitely brought the heat. Let me
They got after Tom.
Because they shut him down. They shut him down, and he got sacked 4 times.
And let's be honest, Jay. Let's be honest. Nobody in their right mind said New Orleans has a chance to beat Tampa Bay. Nobody. And again, my family's from New Orleans. Like
Mm-hmm.
I got Creole blood flowing through my veins.
Mm-hmm.
Even and I don't tell nobody. I'm a low key Saints fan. Don't tell nobody. I said my family from Louisiana, but y'all know I bleed Carolina blue.
Right.
I didn't even think the Saints were going to beat the Buccaneers. I just didn't. I said there's no
Yet
chance.
alone a shutout.
Who saw a shutout coming? That's what I'm saying. Who saw that coming? You're not going to shut out Tom, not the GOAT. You're not going to shut out Tom Brady.
I
What?
mean, the guy finished with 26 of 48, 214 yards, an interception, sacked 4 times, a QBR of 18.5, and a rating of 57.1. That ain't normal.
Not for Tom. Not for Tom. And I'll put our front four against New Orleans front four any day of the week. I'll put Hassan and Brian Burns against Cam. What's their defense? I don't even know the defense in anything. Cameron Jordan
Cam Jordan.
and whoever they got on the other side.
I believe it was. Oh my goodness, he's rolling off the tip of my tongue. Crap.
But if you look at the four, who has a more combined sacks? Our two or their two?
I think it's is it C.J. Garner Johnson?
Again,
No. That's their safety. Somebody in the chat, if y'all know, um, the guy opposite side of Cam Jordan.
as I said, name him. Drop a dime on him. We won't tell nobody. Give
Cause
me a name.
Cause it's not Onimeta. He plays DT.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if somebody in the chat brought it up. No. Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
That's what I'm saying. Name him.
Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Let me just look at the dang on depth chart. um, I guess it was Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport.
Who's Marcus Davenport?
So right side defensive end. Cam plays on the left.
How many sacks does Marcus Davenport have?
Let's take a look. Marcus Davenport. 6.5 this season. 6.5.
What about Cam?
Cam Jordan. 6. So 6.5, and 6.
So Cam, I mean, Hassan Reddick has almost that by himself.
And got snubbed.
Didn't he though? I'd like Brian Burns, you're my guy. I'm getting one of your jerseys here in a minute. But you were named the starter over Hassan.
Yeah.
How is that?
And by the way, Hassan currently has 11 sacks.
So you almost have their total by yourself.
And yet got snubbed.
Don't know how that works.
So it makes no sense to me whatsoever. But it got him as an alternate, just in case, I guess. But yeah, Brian Burns, our only Pro Bowler for this season. In case y'all didn't know, our only Pro Bowler. And then, okay, back to the rankings. Third
Jay,
down. Yeah.
give me one. I'm gonna go off camera for me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing. So let's talk a little bit about this Pro Bowl snubbing while we wait for MrCarolina to get back, and we're gonna jump back into the rankings. But I don't get it. Like for a while, Hassan was leading in the voting, so I really don't understand how he got snubbed from this. And it's like, dang, it's pretty much as bad as last year when Jeremy Chin got snubbed and they picked Chase Young as defensive rookie of the year instead of Jeremy Chin. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. But congratulations to Brian Burns on making it to his first Pro Bowl. But yeah.
All right, I'm back. My apologies. Little technical difficulties. Had to work that out. We're good.
Okay. So back to offense. Third down efficiency.
We're terrible.
We're ranked 27th. Tampa Bay is ranked second.
But you know the thing that kills me with Jay is, like I said, when I first started watching the game, and it was hard because I was at my son's event, so I'm trying to watch the game on my phone while trying to watch him do his thing at the same time. Is our offense we Chuba Hubbard was running the ball, Cam was running the ball, we were getting some plays out, and if you look at that play, we talked about Willie Snead.
Yes.
If you look at the play where Cam missed Willie Snead, if he had a second, one more second to throw the ball, that would have been a touchdown. But because somebody was in Cam's face, he didn't have the proper time to put the proper touch on the ball, or that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, because Snead had the angle on him at the same time he was beat, so he could have put it in there nicely if had the time.
He had him. But again, we're gonna say, "Oh, Cam missed it. Oh, Cam didn't do his job." No, Cam did his job. But what do you expect any quarterback to do when somebody's right in your face?
Yeah.
What do you expect him to do? Yes, the man is 6'5", 6'6", 250. Cool. But if I have somebody dead in my face, you can't expect me to do much with that. You really can't. And again, we was running the ball. But again, like we said last time, we didn't meet that mark. I told you, if we ran the ball 30 plus times, we'd be good. We didn't run the ball 30 plus times. And again, when your quarterback is running the ball 10 times, the same amount of carries as your running back, and where's Emil Abdullah? They was using him out of the backfield as a pass catcher,
Yep.
but where were the carries at?
I think he had
What are
like
we doing?
what, 4 carries? I think that game. It was crazy.
It's that. But that's okay though. It's like, but I said, what are we doing offensively where we can't get everybody involved? And then again, Brandon Zylstra showed me good hands. I know I talked about him, dude. I never heard of you, but you got some good hands.
Hmm.
I appreciate that. But again, we used a what round pick on Terrace Marshall?
Second,
Terrace Marshall, please stand up.
wherever you
Hey,
are.
hey, Matt Rule. We gave up a future pick to get this guy. Can we use him if DJ's not fully healthy? Can we get him the ball? Just a little bit.
Yeah, it is
I'm just
very
saying.
necessary. Very necessary.
Yeah, please.
And got Cam Irving acting like he don't want to block nobody.
Oh God, Jesus! It's Ole. That's what we call that Ole blocking. That's just Ole. Get him
But
out of here.
but this is who he went hard for in the offseason.
Wasn't that the first person we signed in the offseason?
Believe so. Oh
So
man.
Matt Rule, get out of here. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel like Matt Rule feels like he's back in college where you can just recruit these guys, we can just coach them up real quick, and everything will be good. These are grown men
Yeah.
that have wives, girlfriends, mistresses, and I'm playing kids. Some of them probably do. But I'm joking.
Probably about
But you got
85% of them, you know.
I'm just saying, not throwing no shade. Not throwing no shade. But these are grown men that you can't just say, hey, come play for me. I'm Matt Rule. And I think Matt Rule's problem is the same rah-rah speech that worked in college, he
Hmm.
feels is going to work in the NFL. It's not going to work in the NFL. Because
Right.
again, like I said the other time, I'm not fighting for a scholarship. I'm fighting for a paycheck.
Right. Exactly.
So your rah-rah speech for my scholarship, because I'm trying to make it to the show, it's going to work when I'm 18, 19. It's my first time away from home.
Right.
But if I've been in the league, or if I'm just getting here and I'm trying to get paid, I'm like, well, same home, bro. You said the same speech back at Baylor and Temple. You saying the same thing now? Like
Yep.
your words ain't changed up in how many years? And I think that's what cats are doing. They're tuning him out.
Right.
And what I said, I told you what he's doing with Cam is you're turning Cam against you. Oh, I
Hmm.
went back and apologized to Cam. Now I looked at the tape. What you should have done, dummy. What you should have done is what a smart coach would have. Let me go look at the tape first before I throw my star QB under the bus because you know what? Cam has been here longer than I have.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason he did that. But no, he thinks Cam's an 18-year-old kid that's happy to be on scholarship. You didn't do that to Sam Darnold the first few games when he was throwing pick after pick after pick after pick after pick. You blamed your offensive coordinator.
I won't ever forget. There was a particular game. It was a fourth down. And at first, Coach Rivera wanted to punt, but Cam was like, no, no, no. Which, Coach Rivera did get a little upset at him.
I saw it. I remember that. I remember that.
But then he was like, okay, I trust you. Call it.
You
Call
got
it.
the first down.
And
You
what
got the
happened?
first down.
Got the
You got
first
that
down.
first down. Because that's a trust. That's a trust factor. Matt Rule does not fully trust, and he can say whatever he wants in front of the camera. Matt Rule does not trust Cam Newton because he doesn't know Cam Newton. Because again, I said it on one of my shows before we start doing this. Cam Newton's personality is bigger than Matt Rule, and Matt Rule's ego can't take it.
Yeah.
David Tepper knows that. Mark my words, David Tepper knows that. Cam Newton commands that locker room, not Matt Rule.
Could you imagine how Matt Rule would be if we had Steve Smith?
He wouldn't. Steve Smith would eat his ass up. Smitty, like I said, Smitty not for the
Nom,
bullshit.
nom, 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 nom,
Smitty's
nom.
not. He said barbecue chicken. Like Smitty's not for the bullshit. You're not gonna give me the rah rah speech. Nah, I'm not. I'm not. Smitty. Smitty is one of my favorite players. Why he's one of my favorite players? Smitty is the ultimate competitor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's going to get in your face, teammate, coach or not. He's going to fight you. He's going to love you at the same time, but he's going to keep it real with you.
Exactly.
He's going to
Exactly.
keep. He's going to keep it 100% real with you. What you're doing is not working, Matt Rule, and I'm going to tell you about yourself.
Oh yeah.
It ain't working.
Yep.
Matt Rule has to understand it ain't working.
Not working at all. So to finish up these rankings, so points per game. Points per game on
Yep.
offense. Carolina is 25th. Tampa
Mm-hmm.
Bay is number 1. So the the comparison in offenses are definitely night and day. Now for defense,
Mm-hmm.
so total yards a game allowed on defense. Carolina is ranked second. Tampa Bay is ranked first. Rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is tied for 19th. That's still a big issue for us is stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay is ranked third. Now something that we do have the advantage: passing yards defense. Passing yards allowed. We're ranked
Mm-hmm.
second. Tampa Bay is ranked 20th. So something to keep an eye out.
Mr. Mixon, I know you're gonna do your homework, sir.
Yeah,
Throw the ball.
air it out.
Let Cam be Cam.
Not to mention, a questionable Richard Sherman. I mean they got a lot of folks
That are
questionable or
out.
out. I mean,
Take advantage of that. That's what great coaches do. Okay, that's one of the things I love. I hate the Patriots. I hate them with a passion.
yep.
But what I love about Bill Belichick and his staff is we say, okay, this is what you don't do well. So guess what I'm gonna do against you this game? Everything that I know you're not good at, this
Hmm.
is what we're going. Even if we're not great at that specific thing, this is what I'm gonna do to you. Okay, so we're not the greatest passing team, but I know you rank 20th in passing.
Hmm.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw the ball.
Oh yeah, air it out.
Hey Cam, we're not even gonna, no look. I don't even want to put you in the center. We're gonna spread you out. Let's go four wide.
Yeah, and
Well,
get that extra blocker if you gotta have your big back in the
we're gonna
backfield. Get Giovanni in the backfield. Tremble, like you
let
need a little bit of
let them
extra
block.
time.
Let
Gives
them block.
Yeah, because that's something that we're scrounging for is time to throw the ball. Um, let's see, and then sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Sacks on defense, we are tied for ninth. Tampa Bay is tied for fifth. Um,
So get something you should give the quarterback more protection.
yes. Third down efficiency on defense, we're ranked eighth. Not bad.
Not bad.
Tampa Bay is ranked 12th.
Not that far behind, but we are better than they are in third down. Okay.
Takeaways, we're
Mm-hmm.
we're tied for 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay is tied for fifth.
Hmm.
And then points allowed per game, it's kind of similar. We're ranked 16th. They're ranked 13th.
Not bad.
So if anything, our defense definitely has an opportunity to take advantage, especially with some folks out.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they gotta do to give all the necessary pressure to get all up in Tom Brady's face, do it.
Absolutely. Without question. Apply pressure. Get him out of his comfort zone. Just don't sit back and because even with the most average receivers, if we don't apply pressure to Tom, he's gonna sit back there and pick us apart one way or the other.
Right. So this is the opportunity to really hone in on
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady. Like make him feel like he's being tortured.
And show and for us, show some heart. show some heart these last. Like, be competitive. Be competitive these last 3 games. And as much as I hate to see it, as much as I don't hate to see it, but as I hate to say it, say we're competitive these last 3 games.
Hmm.
Say we're competitive. That might that would not only give Cam Newton another season, which he should already have anyway. I don't even
Indeed.
know if that buys Matt Rule another season because just the way he's handled a lot of these situations shows his immaturity as an NFL head coach.
Right.
It shows his lack of understanding of being an NFL head coach. So to me, even if we ball out, we show good promise the last 3 games, Matt Rule should not be the head coach of this team for year 3. He's for somebody that's again your track record is supposed to get better year after year.
Hmm.
It hasn't gotten better.
Right.
Like let's keep real. It's got worse.
It has gotten
You look
worse.
even worse. That's because the guys in the locker room don't buy into what you're selling.
Right.
They're not buying it. They said, "Look, you got this college guy in here that's way over his head, and he's spilling us the same college BS speech that worked on these 18-year-old kids that ain't working up here. We need a new voice. We want somebody proven in the NFL. This guy's not proven."
Oh, agreed.
And he was assistant offensive line coach for 1 season.
Hmm.
So what do you do? Do you hold a clipboard? What do you do as assistant? I'm just saying.
No,
What do
no.
you do?
Well made points.
What do you do? Okay, you weren't calling plays. You weren't really putting guys in position.
Hmm.
You were helping the offensive line coach
Hmm.
do his job. You were, but pretty much, I guarantee you what Matt Rule was doing. He was holding the bag. He was one of the guys that was holding the bag.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I definitely don't doubt it. Um, so for this last segment, let's do what we feel are our keys to victory and our score predictions. Keys to victory. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for our offense,
Mm-hmm.
uh, one key thing, our offensive line is seriously going to be tested, especially up the middle. Because remember,
Absolutely.
like up the middle, Nadama Kansu.
True.
Let's see. They also have Vita Vey. And I think also, Shaquille Barrett. Shaquille Barrett definitely
Awesome linebacker
knows how to get in there. I mean, can you imagine the difficulty we would face from their blitzing?
with a with a mangled offensive line.
Yes. So,
Hmm.
Matt Rule, look, we have 3 games left. Dude, we're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
Please let us get our talent evaluated and put them in there. We've already seen traces of what has worked.
Mm-hmm.
Example, Brady Christensen at left tackle. Put him in there. Also, Deontay Brown is off IR, ready to play. Can we see what we have from him? Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to hold it together or maybe give it ourselves a little bit more of an advantage of holding it together
Mm-hmm.
if we just give these folks a chance. And if they can build that chemistry in these last 3 games, it's gonna kind of make personnel job a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier. Like, think about that. Let's see what we can get. Throw those 2 guys in.
Mm-hmm.
See what kind of production we can get. I mean, if it doesn't work, so be it. I mean, we're already in a position where we've suffered enough. Least we can do is see what we have and evaluate.
That would be nice.
Also, Receivers. Robbie, I mean, I know been doing a little bit better since Cam came here. That's good.
He
But
has.
but we need to see you blow up. You haven't had an 100-yard receiving game in like forever. Let's
We got
let's see that change this Sunday. It's been a
something.
while, and we know
Something.
we
You
we know you're capable of it. When you first came in here,
absolutely.
you finished with 1,000 yards receiving. When you first got here to Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
come
Mm-hmm.
on now,
Show me something.
let's follow up. I'm hoping maybe this week Shy Smith will be active, and if he's active, y'all better put him in immediately.
Let's see what young blood got.
And same thing for Terrace Marshall, second rounder.
Put me in, coach.
Put him in. I mean, throw Willie Snead back in there. I mean, the dude's a veteran.
He is.
Use the fullness of your offense. That's why they're there. The run game. You got a two-back combo. And shoot, if you want, throw in Reggie Bonifant. He's had success on this team before when he was healthy.
He did. To prove he can run the rock and catch it.
Yeah, like coaching staff, don't forget the folks that are on your team that have had some success. But then again, if you're not doing your homework, then that's your fault. I mean,
Clearly not doing it. Some clearly not doing homework. That's been evident since last season. But
so
that's let me stop.
so if y'all don't do your homework, you won't know about some of these players that can break a
Actually
break a home
play.
run or make a
No,
make a game changing play.
we just saying. We just fans though. But we do watch.
Yeah.
We do watch.
Um, let's see. Mamba chimed in, says, I know this has been a question among the fan base, but do you guys think DJ Moore is a true number one receiver? I mean,
Yes.
honestly, the stats kind of say for itself. And the fact that he's been able to do what he's been able to do,
Different
despite
quarterback.
having multiple different quarterbacks, I would say yeah, he's a
Yeah.
number one.
He is a number one. We haven't had that in a long time. Again, since Smitty left, we have not had a true number one receiver.
And the thing about it, he grew to become a
He
number
did.
one receiver.
He earned it.
And
He earned it.
he's only about what, 26 yards from another 1,000-yard receiving season?
With playing with three different quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, three. Yeah, oh yeah, three different quarterbacks. Yeah,
That's what personifies a number one. If I can still get mine, and I'm playing on my third quarterback, would have been fourth if we actually let Barkley touch the field,
yeah,
because you know who he's going to throw the ball to DJ, because
exactly.
he got reliable hands, he plays physical, and he's fast. That's
Indeed.
the number one.
Hey James Aaron, good to see you as well.
Mhm.
Um, Sam Darnold. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this, dude.
Stub your toe before you get on the field. Jesus Christ.
Just don't do anything stupid. Like,
Don't be Sam. Don't be Sam. Don't be somebody else.
just go through your progressions. Please just go through your progressions. You've been in this league long enough. Just don't turn the ball over. I mean, I say that for whoever's behind center, but Sam, don't
Yeah,
turn the ball over.
Jesus Christ, please don't. I say that for Sam. I just say that for Sam. Jesus, glad Cam has thrown his picks, yes,
True.
but Sam, your picks are just ultra dumb, ultra dumb. Now Cam's last pick that he threw right to the to AJ Klein, that just looked dumb and bad. That looked bad too.
That was a Christmas gift, early Christmas
It
gift.
was. Hey, say hey, but I know we should play together. But Sam Darnold, we've seen you throw multiple picks where there's no reason that you should be trying to fit that ball in triple coverage.
Yep.
But you know what? It's the same thing he did with the Jets. Same thing.
Yep. But that's pretty much all for keys that I have for the offense specifically. I don't know if you want to elaborate or
Oh, man
follow
down,
up.
man down,
Man down.
man down. Mine is boom. Mine's is for the most part run the use the pass to set up the run.
Use the
That's
pass to
what
set
best
up
I
the
can
run.
put it. Use the pass to set up the run because what does Tampa Bay do not do very well? Like we just said, they don't defend the pass very well.
Yep.
Use the pass to set up the run. We know we've seen Sue is a Pro Bowler and a Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yes.
He's going to stuff up that middle. Vita Veda is a hell of a defensive tackle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq Barrett, as you said, they have Pro Bowlers on that defense. We do as well,
Right.
but they've been playing together longer than our guys have.
Right.
So, like we said, the one thing that Tampa Bay struggles with is defending the pass.
Ranked 20th.
So, again, my keys, Jeff Mixon, my brother, I want to root for you so bad because one, because I'm a Panther fan. Two, because there are so few black offensive coordinators in the NFL.
True.
I want to see you do well. I really do. So please do your homework, sir. And like I said last time, put your quarterback in a position to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. See, same. I'm a piggyback of your point, Robbie Anderson. I'm gonna need you to step up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to have a 100-yard game because we know DJ is hobbling around with his hammy.
Mm-hmm.
If DJ can't go, Robbie, you are the de facto number one.
Yep.
Cam has to know it. Like you said, Jay, he's played better since Cam got here.
Right.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna need you to play even better beyond that because I'm gonna need more from you.
Right.
Brandon Zilstra, if you're going to be starting out opposite of Robbie, or you're gonna be playing opposite, I'm gonna need you to step up as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to step up because if Matt Rule is not going to play terrorist, if he's not going to play shy, you need to step up
Mm-hmm.
as a de facto number two. We brought you here for a reason.
Yeah.
Another point for the offense: Chuba Hubbard, Amir Abdullah. I'm gonna need y'all to step up. I'm gonna need you to run the same way, Chuba, that you was running last week. I'm gonna need you to run twice as hard this week.
Yeah.
Every play does not need to be a home run. We'll take 3 yards here, 4 yards here. We'll take those little chunk plays that could turn into
Right.
something bigger. But
Agree.
Chuba, I'm gonna need you to hold on to the ball. Yes,
Tight.
I'm vice grip because you got a bad habit of fumbling. And Chuba, I'm gonna need you to catch the ball because you have a bad case of the dropsies.
Oh yeah, he got the butterfinger hands.
I, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that because that's annoying. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. But as far as offense goes, Cam, 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 I'm gonna need you to just I'm gonna need you to be Cam.
Mm-hmm.
We fans that know the game, we fans that actually watch the game, we know that all of our struggles are not on you.
Right.
We clearly know that. And we also acknowledge and know that since you've come back, our offense can actually score touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, last game, I'm not even gonna put that on you, Cam. I'm not because nobody saw the kicker going out.
Right.
So now you have to play even. And like, I want people to understand that when your kicker goes out, this is not high school. They were trying out kickers. You understand? Trying out
Yeah.
professional players to kick the ball.
Exactly.
It's not as easy as it looks. You're a professional kicker for a reason. So Cam, knowing that, has to play even more out of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
he has to do even more because he realizes even if we get in field goal position, we can't kick a field goal. We can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Cam, I'm going to need you to understand and play as like the Cam Newton we all know and love when you came back here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to not turn the ball over. And I know you have a rocket of an arm. I'm going to need you to stop forcing the ball into coverages where the receiver does not have position to make a play on the ball.
Right.
Stop doing that. You have a cannon for an arm, but it's okay not to force it. Cam, just be Cam.
Let Cam
Offensive
be Cam.
line, offensive line, you already know what it is. I'm gonna need y'all to provide more than 1 second of protection.
Yeah. And not only that, communicate.
Please.
Communicate. If you clearly can see and you know you're feeling it from a particular side up the middle or whatnot, just
Say
communicate.
something. Say
You
something.
don't get a false start for communicating. Call
Hey,
it out. If you have
hey,
to, call it out.
left side, right side, 54, 58's the mic. Say something. We're gonna slide a protection this way. Say something.
Yeah.
Please. Protect your quarterback. That's what we saying, protect your quarterback. Because if we protect our quarterback, watch Cam Newton shine. Sam Darnold doesn't see the field because there's no reason for him to see the field.
Not to mention, you have the opportunity in doing that is to make sure all bases are covered. Like in a
Absolutely.
situation where, okay, you may want an extra guy coming this way. And then
Mm-hmm.
that gives the quarterback an opportunity, change up the play or, have a back in the backfield can be like, look, I'm gonna need you on this side. From what's being communicated to me, I'm gonna go to the side, protect from
Mm-hmm.
this side.
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that. They go such a long way.
Small details. Small details.
Defense
Stop the run.
blitz like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
shut down the run. We struggle in that. We got to be keen and thorough on stopping the run. We have done it before this season. Remember to use what works and
Mm-hmm.
and be thorough with it. Also, stay aggressive. I don't care if we're up. If we happen to surprisingly get up by 3 touchdowns, you stay aggressive. Tom Brady, it is not somebody that you go conservative on, nor do you take your foot off the gas.
Ever.
Y'all remember the Super Bowl against Atlanta? You do not give Brady an opportunity to come back. I don't care if you're up by 3 touchdowns. Stay aggressive.
What's that old saying go? You give him an inch, they'll take a mile. Give Brady an inch. Watch him take several miles.
He has 7 titles for a reason.
The
So
man knows what he's doing.
so we need as a defense, I know we're a little banged up,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to really make things extra extra those extra packets of seasoning
Extra cayenne
difficult.
pepper.
Yeah, for Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
If the Saints can do it and shut them out,
We can do it.
why can't we do it?
And at home, it's your last home game of the season. Give the fans something to be excited about. You're at home. Please, you're at home.
We've only won twice at home. We have an opportunity to make it 3. Don't disappoint your fans.
Please don't. I'm begging you. Give me that late Christmas present. Please.
Stephon Gilmore,
Gilly.
you're the man. I
Absolutely.
need you to be like glue on Rob Gronkowski.
Your old buddy.
A very common thing that happens so much, they forget about Gronk. You cannot forget about Gronk.
No, please don't. He's right now. That is Brady's pacifier. That is the best weapon that we know right now that he'll have on offense. Will be Rob Gronkowski.
I need y'all to make a mental check. Gronk check. Gronk check. Every play. Gronk
Mm-hmm.
check. And you don't stop doing that until the end of the game.
Gilly, you got him. Gilly, you got him. Where's it? You hit. Okay, boom. And that's what I said. We in defense. Not only blitz and make Brady uncomfortable, stop them, make them have to throw the ball because we don't know. And I get maybe Tampa. I'm probably sure Tampa Bay fans don't even know who's he throwing the ball to.
I mean,
With all these receivers out,
yeah,
your top three receivers are out.
yep.
Who top four with Perriman out? Who are you throwing the ball to?
I
So
mean,
no,
the only two that I can really think of are Gronk and OJ Howard. But those are two
yeah,
tight ends.
two tight ends. So nobody on Tampa Bay's receiving core should sniff 100 yards. Nobody.
Nobody.
Come on, man. Come on, defense. Like this is your time to shine. This is your time to strut your stuff at home. I don't care about the circumstance. I don't care that all these people out. This is your chance to strut your stuff at home. Do it.
And the only other receiver on that team that has like 200, almost 300 yards, but don't have any touchdowns is Tyler Johnson. So, I
Never heard of
mean, but he ain't no threat.
you. Never heard of you.
So,
Never heard of dude.
we got to really just, defense has to be on point and stopping the
Mm-hmm.
run, disrupting Tom Brady. Eyes on Gronk, lock in on Gronk.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, we should be fine on defense. We can do that.
I actually, Jay, I got faith in our boys on Sunday. I have faith in our defense on Sunday. Granted, the circumstances are not ideal, but I have faith in our boys on Sunday that our defense will actually show up and realize, okay, we're playing against guys that normally would be on a practice squad.
You know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get two interceptions, and C.J. Henderson gets one of them.
I like it. And I'll go even further than that. One of them's going to go for a pick six.
Ooh.
One's going to go for a pick six.
Mm.
And it might be Shaq. No. You know what? No. It'll be Gilly. He'll get to intercept his old buddy and take it back for a touchdown.
I mean, he did get a pick against the Patriots, so it's not impossible. but
Gilly will take one to the house.
but I'm gonna say C.J. Henderson gets a pick.
He's due. He's due. And like I said, I still got. I know I said we joked about it. I still have faith in young blood.
Hmm.
I still got like you. He shows some kind of promise that if he can get his head, if he can get it right up here,
Hmm.
he can be a nice corner for us. Like, and you're giving right now, CJ Henderson, you have the opportunity to shine.
Hmm.
So shine.
And
There's nobody in your way.
and not only that, he's really another example of, hey, give him a full off season.
Yes, right. We traded for Missy. Give him an offseason to see what he can do. And I hate to say it, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with him. You may not have this opportunity come next season.
Right.
Say we resign Gilly, which he said every indication he wants to come back.
Hmm.
This is your hometown team. You're pretty sure he wants to retire. All his family's down here in Rock Hill. You can retire a Panther. You can retire with the Panthers. J.C. Horn will be back.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your 1 and 2s. Not no questions asked. If by some miracle of a chance Dante comes back on a franchise friendly deal,
Mm-hmm.
and we let you come back because you looking suspect. There goes your top 3. Then you still got Bouye coming back. You still got Keith Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got C.J. Henderson. That cornerback room is real crowded. C.J. Henderson, I'm gonna need you to stand out from the crowd. That's all I'm give you all season. You need to stand out from the crowd because you're not going to beat Gilly or JC from that 1 or 2 spot. It's not going to happen. I don't see that happen. So you might want to shoot for that nickel spot.
Right on. Score prediction.
I was way off last week, so I'm scared to do it again. Um, you know what? I'm going to go 20. I'm going to go 24-21 Carolina.
I'm going to say 2017 Carolina, and I'll even take it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Henderson gets the game sealing interception.
Oh, we add a little extra spice to it. Okay, I'll take you up on that one.
Yeah,
I'll take you up on that
Gilly
one.
can have the pick six as one of our
Mm-hmm.
scores.
Okay. CJ seals it with a pick.
I
I'm.
really just have a strong feeling. I think with the way the lineup looks,
Mm-hmm.
I could see CJ Henderson getting a pick.
I could see that because like we keep saying though, Jay, like Tampa Bay doesn't have anybody that Carolina should fear besides Gronk. There's nobody on their roster that Carolina has to fear in the secondary. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So you can play more free. You can play more aggressive because there's nobody on that squad. You can be like, oh my God, he's going to be killed. He's going to kill us. Even okay, like you said, they signed Le'Veon Bell. Cool. When's the last time Le'Veon Bell played?
The Jets.
The Chiefs didn't. The Chiefs. He played in Baltimore this year. He played in
Oh yeah,
Baltimore this
that's
year.
right. That's right. He sure did. Sure
Baltimore
did.
said, "Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Nah, we're good. You're like, nah. You're not who you were in Pittsburgh. So he's not going to come down to Tampa Bay and all of a sudden kill it because Le'Veon Bell has that. I like to call it that lackadaisical running style where he just kind of just hops, and then okay, I'm gonna take off.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you linebackers and you safeties, even line time to get back there and do something. So I
Yeah.
can I can I can see us doing something special Sunday.
And not only that, it's our last home game of the season. Y'all better win.
You like I know
This
you don't like your head. I know you don't like your head coach, but just win. I know you don't like your head coach, but
like
just
give
win.
us something to latch on to by the end of
I'm
the
I'm
season.
I'm tired of I'm tired of throwing my remote at my television. I'm tired of throwing my remote at the TV. I'm tired of screaming to the point that my wife is ready to put me out. I'm tired of screaming at the television.
One one last thing before we wrap up. I want to challenge you.
Okay.
The moment you see Sam Darnold go on the field for the first time, for the first time, for the first time in this game, just
Mhm.
give it a peek. Just give it a peek and see what he does. Just give it a little peek. Give just a little peek.
Jay,
Don't hit the off button just yet. Just if you got to go like this, so be it. But
look, because you're my brother, and I respect you. Because you're my brother, I respect you. God. I I'm going to do one of these when Sam Darnold touches the field. I'm just going to hold my hand over my face. And I'm going to just peek out of one eye and pray to God he doesn't throw it to a defensive lineman for a pick six. I'm just gonna pray. But if that happens, I'm gonna call you directly after that play happens, and I'm gonna say I'm done. I'm done for the day. We can do the show, but I'm done. I'm done. If he throws a pick six on Sunday, from my lips to God's ears, I'm done. I can't do Sam Darnold.
That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal. That's a fair
That's
deal.
it. But
But
besides that, I will watch. I promise you, I'll watch.
fair deal. Fair deal. Well, um, that concludes this preview. Week 16, last home game of the year. Carolina, Tampa Bay, the first meeting. Um, let's try to play spoiler as best as we can. I mean, they're leading the division, but let's mess things up for them a bit.
Just a little bit.
But this Sunday, day after Christmas, let's get this final home game win and
Hmm.
let's push forward. Y'all know what to do. So, as usual, Mr. Carolina, where can all these great fans and young, old, all ages, where can they find you?
Again, man, you can find your boy on YouTube, Bleeding the Carolina Blue Podcast. You can find me here with my brother Jay on Blitz Game Part. You can find me here. You can find me on Instagram at MrCarolina. Again, plug here right quick. I gotta get my brother Jay. I know I've been busy, it's holidays. You can find us. I know my brother's going to join me on the Anchor app on the Men of Honor podcast, where we just talk about a bunch of life issues as well. So that is where you can find me and my brother Jay at.
Yep, got the app installed, so I am ready and set, and I got my account made. I have to be sure to get you that information so that you can add me.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
But
sir.
um, but yeah, and as usual, y'all can find me here on YouTube, Blitzball Champ. Just look for the logo, Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm also on Twitter, at Blitzball Champ as well, capital B, capital C. On Instagram, same thing, but it's a lowercase b underscore lowercase c. So you can find me there. And
Mm-hmm.
also on Facebook, you can either look for Jason Ingram or Blitzball Champ, same guy. But anyway, on a side note, be sure to tune into my channel a little bit later on. I will be doing my live episode of Pro Wrestling Talk. Do a recap of a couple of things, as well as the Stardom Dream Queendom coming up on the 29th. So look forward to that. But this has been another live edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. Thank you so much, Mr. Carolina, for joining me once again. It's always a pleasure.
Yes,
And
sir.
no matter what, keep pounding. And we hope you all have a blessed, safe, Merry Christmas. Be safe on your travels. Enjoy time spent with your family and friends. And continue to love each other. And
Always.
always. So for myself, Blitzball champ Jason Ingram,
And your boy, Mr. Carolina, Bleeding Carolina Blue. Holla at your boy, man.
everybody stay blessed. Merry Christmas. And we will see y'all very soon.